is Zhang to get this one underway. Mikey Pereira in the comms box alongside Jesse Levine.
Love.
I think we're going to see a lot of Draper moving forward in this match. I feel like that's a part of his game that he's really been working on a lot, and he's trying to implement that, especially early on in a best out of 5-set match. Show your opponent that you're not afraid to move forward and put the pressure on him.
Yeah, there's no doubt that it was something he was working on with previous coach Wayne Ferreira, moving forward to the net, being a bit more attacking, getting on the front foot.
When you play against Draper, it's also very difficult because his backhand loves to step in, take it early, flatten it out a little bit. And the forehand, he likes having a little bit more time, hits it heavy with a lot more clearance over the net. So sometimes for Zhang's going to be tough today to kind of deal with the two different mix-ups off each side. That's good play there from Zhang. Again, senses that Draper's taking those steps back early on to just try and make the return to serve, put balls in play. But again, Zhang doing a great job of stepping in on that forehand.
All the way that goes from Draper. A little bit too much behind it that time. As it is a fairly confident start from Zhang. Born in
Jack, Draper to serve. Love.
That's so good there from Draper, using that lefty slider out wide and opening up the court, taking that forehand down the line. No problems there. Tough shot from where he was in the court as well. Made that look pretty easy. See how he cuts this off on an angle and really gives himself some good margin on that forehand.
Well, he will look for his serve to be a big imposing weapon here this afternoon. Jack Draper. It's a nice start for him. Service hold to love. Looks relaxed so far.
Love. Let go, sir.
Okay, that's 4 and all.
Well, very well placed serve there from Zhang. Down the tee.
30 love.
Zhang does a really good job of mixing up his serve. I've watched numerous matches from him, and yes, he has his favorites, but he does a really good job of serving almost like a baseball pitcher. Doesn't throw the fastballs all the time. He'll throw in some slices, some kick serves. Does a great job.
Oh.
Yeah, that works.
Very effective indeed.
40 love.
Best ever result here came last year for Zhang, reaching the 3rd round. Had a very good win in round 2 when he got the better of Casper Ruud last year. And so far, so good on serve. Both players up and running well. Here on a sunny...
Love.
That is an absolute rocket from Draper.
Yeah, and as a lefty on that ad side, he can really fake you out with the ball toss. Catches Zhang looking for the slider out wide and just flattens that one up the tee with some serious pace behind it.
I mean, very serene service game so far. 2 service holds to love for Draper. Wasting no time at all. And do stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and WhatsApp. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. That's what they're doing. Checking the TikTok.
Love 15.
And you can tell the plan for Draper is really on the second serve to stand really far back and try to neutralize the serve and get it high over the net and let himself get back to the baseline. He's doing it on the first serve sometimes as well. Can almost losing him in the screen here. That's smart play.
Love 30.
Very much a chance here for Draper. Love 30. Brilliant play. Great movement from Draper.
That was a great hustle. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get up to that short ball and put enough on it, but got that forehand whip cross-court lefty. It was a pretty good volley here from Zhang as well, especially almost being on the little bit of the defensive, but huge opportunity now for Draper in this first set.
40 love.
It's a terrific start for Draper.
Draper leads by 3 games to 2.
It is a break to love, and just what the doctor ordered for the British number.
Say, humidity definitely coming into play. We saw a couple players really suffering out there yesterday. Saw Eubanks losing that 7-6 in the fifth. What a tough way to go, but both players physically exhausted after that.
15 love.
Well, so far so very good for Jack Draper.
I felt like that last game was really more of a loose game on Zhang's part. It was, Draper did a couple of things, but most of it was almost handed over to him with a couple unforced errors there from Zhang. But Draper doing a great job of converting when he had his opportunity, and now getting right back to work and taking care of his serve.
Reached the fourth round here last year. Jack Draper losing out to Andrei Rublev. His best performance at a Grand Slam.
Yes.
I think maybe he would have been a little bit disappointed with Wimbledon this year, playing as the British #1. Didn't quite get it going.
Game, Draper.
Well, you see it sometimes, Mikey, when you're playing your home tournament. You only get 1 or 2 tournaments a year in your home country, and it adds that much more pressure on yourself to really do well and perform. You lead up and put in all the work, and that's the 1 or 2 events that you really circle on your calendar. You know, you see it with the Americans here. You see it with the Canadians at the Masters 1000 in Canada. And obviously for Draper, you see it at Wimbledon, and obviously can get to you. It takes a couple times playing there and to really get used to it.
Yeah, and he lost out to a fellow Brit in Cam Norrie in the second round.
Even more pressure playing someone from your own country, and you're the #1 Brit. So.
Just needs a game to steady the ship here, Zhang.
Yes.
Keep himself in the conversation.
40 love.
That's exactly what he does.
New ball space.
Service hold to love.
Draper leads by 4 games to 3.
As it is Draper with the break of serve in this opening set. Leads the way 4-3.
Advantage, Evans.
Time.
Evans leads 655 for seconds.
Could be a day for a dip. Probably wouldn't advise in that water right now.
That gives me too many Olympic vibes.
Yeah, it's a hot afternoon in NYC. Now for Draper, well, his serve has been hot so far.
Look, I feel like the goal for someone like Draper, who has as big of a serve as he does and being lefty, he should try to average 1 or 2 free points a game. And there's one for him. See if he can get another this game. If he can do that, he's going to hold pretty comfortably majority of the time. And Zhang trying to mix it up there, throwing in some slice backhands. Don't mind that play. Just feel like a couple of times Zhang's getting caught with his feet not moving, getting a little bit set too early, not making the last adjustments with the footwork, especially on the backhand side.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Easy power from Zhang.
30-15.
Just a little too willing at the moment to give up the quick unforced error. Is Zhang needs to tighten that up a little bit. Did represent China at the Olympic Games in Paris. Zhang lost out in the opening round to Thomas Mahash. And that is classy from Jack Draper.
Pretty is that there from Draper. Might get the old Tim Henman scrape on the leg with that volley.
Well, he held the pose a bit there, didn't he?
Scraped the knee a little bit. He got down pretty low, Draper, on that volley. Take a look at this. Hold that pose there, Draper. Hold it right there. That was a great shot. Not easy at all to hit that shot when you're moving forward that fast. To be able to hit a drop shot off a volley, very impressive stuff.
That's like when you hold the pose after ripping a driver down the fairway, 300 yards.
Yeah, do a little club twirl.
Does it up.
I feel like the points are pretty quick right now throughout this first set. Haven't. Yeah, really haven't seen too many long rallies, and that's a credit to both players, right? As soon as they get their opportunity, they're going for their shots, just like Draper right there. His average shot rally 2.9 shots, and that's pretty low.
Yep, first strike tennis at the moment. It's been about 23 minutes, this opening set, and Draper nearly there. That's very clean indeed.
That's the side that Zhang is so dangerous on. When he gets the opportunity to run around that forehand and he's hitting forehands from the backhand side, that's when he's much more dangerous. He can really rip it inside out or inside in. Tough to defend against for Draper.
40-30.
Yes.
It's a little bit loose there from Zhang.
Yeah. He's had a lot of those loose errors, especially on the backhand side throughout this first set. I feel like maybe he's really trying to force it and hit a really good ball so that Draper can't really dictate on that forehand side.
Advantage.
Coming thick and fast as Draper does have a set point here.
Flag for serve.
Oh, big time from Jack Draper.
Game for set.
What a first set he's put together.
2-1. Next.
50-love.
Let's second serve.
$30.
Evans.
$30-50.
Better return. Maybe just opening the door a little bit here is Draper. Flying the flag for Chinese tennis is Zhang Zhizhen. He's ticked off a lot of big milestones for his country.
3-2.
40-30.
That's good serve there, right into the body. On this ad side, especially, this is really one of the first games that Draper's been challenged on his serve. See if he goes to the bread and butter slider out wide. Well, he's going change up with the big one, T.
Game, Draper.
Keeps things going his way, does Draper. One game to love. He's just walking around with a confident swagger right now. Is Draper. I'm probably the same.
Yeah. Wow.
15 love.
That's the easy power there from Zhang. Yeah, that's the side there that
15 on.
really has had majority of the unforced errors on the Zhang part, especially when he gets pushed a little bit out wide, and that is such a routine play from Draper to pull him out wide to the backhand side.
All three, Evans.
A little bit wild
15,
again.
30.
Just really needs to be careful. Early stages of this second set, Zhang. More
15,
problems
14.
mounting up here for the Chinese number one.
Game Draper.
There's the break there from Draper. I feel like Zhang just really hasn't sunken his teeth into this match. Just looks a little bit uncomfortable at moments and just giving away a lot of free points to Draper. I mean, look, give Draper some credit throughout this match so far. He's been extremely solid, but Zhang just looks like not all there right now. Would you agree, Mikey?
Certainly would, yeah. He looks a little out of sorts right now, Zhang. Needs to get something going. And fast, because this is just slipping from Zhang. Draper making all the right moves. It's been confident from him.
Left, first serve. Fifteen on.
Sunshine beating down here on court 5 and all around the grounds.
30-50.
Such a buzz around the place again, though, on day 2 of main draw action. Busy out there. And some big names making their opening statements yesterday. We saw Novak Djokovic. It was all pretty serene for him, wasn't it, Jesse?
Yep, it was a good match. Tiafoe looked good.
Yep.
1 in 4 sets. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the amount of fans that are out here so early on. I mean, look, early on at the US Open, pretty special. You get to see some incredible matches on the outside courts as well.
30 on.
You should have seen court 11 last night for that Eubanks Rinderknecht end of that match. That was electric. Even Draper put his hand up there, saying it was he was just helping the electronic line call a little bit there, Draper. But again,
it's just in the zone, isn't he?
Yep.
6-0.
And for Zhang, he's a little bit on his heels here.
Second set and
There's Draper.
15 love.
He's got some strapping on that knee. He's just going to get rid of it here. Or some of it, at least. Yeah, all of it's gone.
Yeah, and this is, if you're in Draper's position right now, you just stay aggressive. And obviously, being up a set and a break, you could take a little bit more chances. You've been holding serve pretty routinely. Be aggressive, try and get another one. Now, if you're Zhang, you got to do everything you can to hold serve here, because double break against Draper and pretty much set over. And then you got to play that mental battle in your mind in a best out of 5-set match, that all of a sudden you're down a set and 2 breaks, probably going to be down 2 sets, and physically in this heat you got to be ready to battle back. That's definitely a challenge.
Next, what's up?
Well, it was just in there for Draper. Zhang was, well, I guess, predicting, hoping it was going out.
He wants to see the spot of that one, but again, you got to play until you hear it. That was pretty quick for us to see there, Mikey, but Draper jumped on that short ball and took care of business.
Not just yet, but there is still another break point to deal with here for Zhang. There it goes.
There are 2 kind of loose forehands there from Draper. A little bit uncharacteristic, especially the way this match has been going. He had 2 really good looks there, the last 2 points.
Oh. Well, Draper's made that.
Haven't seen Zhang after ripping that forehand. He just kind of gave up on the point. He hit a pretty big forehand here on the run. Draper just blocked it back in there somehow. Zhang kind of just stopped playing after that forehand. Draper kind of taking a long look at him after that too.
That's away as well. Well, we saw him take off that strapping on the knee. Is something awry here for Zhang? Draper, like you said, Jesse, a bit of a concerned look down the other end.
30-15.
Well, usopen.org, your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats and draws. Do visit the official tournament site at usopen.org. I'm sure that's what she's doing.
Service up. 30 on.
15 love. Fifteen on.
30-40.
First double fault of the match for Draper.
Yes.
Trying to motor away from Zhang. That does help. He's got so many weapons at his disposal.
30 on.
And again, it's a little bit difficult. If you're Draper, you could see that maybe not all is right with your opponent, but again, you got to stay focused on you and keep your foot on the gas here.
Doesn't feel like Zhang is investing a lot into these points in games.
I mean, look, you're down a set and 2 breaks right now. You've only been playing for 45 minutes, so it hasn't been too physical. I would say maybe if it's been, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours to the first 2 sets, you want to save up to try and make your comeback, but it hasn't been physical at all. Well, he's showing good signs of movement there, Zhang, but
yes.
I feel like Draper thought the last 2 shots maybe were going to go long, and he was more looking at his opponent about where he was going to go with his shot. Wasn't quite as decisive as he needed to be.
Unforced errors for Draper, 5 in each set so far. Lovely touch. Well, we've seen a lot of the power from Jack Draper. That was full of craft and guile. Good clarity of thought here to play that one.
Game Draper.
And a good serve out wide. So it is Draper, who is very much keeping Zhang at arm's length here. Leads the way. 5-0,
No.
Jesse.
Said he felt a little bit of something, and he told the trainer there that I didn't feel any sharp pain or anything, so that's a good sign.
Lock it in. On.
That's nice.
30-15.
It's a little too hot to handle this time for Draper. Lovely pop on the serve from Zhang.
On.
Well, again, it doesn't look like he's overly invested in these particular points at the moment.
And I would have thought that he would want to hold serve Zhang if he wanted to start off the 3rd set serving to try and start with the lead, but
well, it is another set that goes the way of Jack Draper. Some concern. test the movement right away.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss it though from Draper, but it worked out okay. And sometimes when you get that taping done like that, it may take a game or two for that tape to really loosen up a little bit. It may constrict the movement there from Zhang early on.
Oh, that's good from Zhang. Carefully dealt with.
15 all.
Yeah, neat and tidy once he'd got there.
And 30.
Coming forward again. Draper not backing down.
And that volley just tried to do a little bit too much with that drop shot. Thought maybe that low he was going to keep it in front of him and just keep Zhang on the move instead of trying to hit that drop shot. But good guess there from Zhang again, staying home. And Draper trying to go back behind him. I feel like if you know something's going on with your opponent, you just go to the open court. You don't think twice. And I think Draper maybe looked a little bit too long, thought he was going to run. But if you know that something is ailing a little bit in your opponent, you just go to the open court and make them run as much as possible.
Oh, well, he's found the space there.
Again, Draper trying to go behind him.
That's the first break points that Zhang has had a look at in this match. Beautifully done. Deals with that very effectively there, Draper.
Love 15.
Advantage, Draper.
Bullseye.
Draper. New ball space.
Rips through that. Drag Draper, and it's another service hold. Fends off the first break point that he's faced. On the website early on Saturday morning. I'm sure Draper will be there.
30-40. 15-40.
Very sharp from Draper.
Love 15.
Guessed the right way.
Love 30.
Well, an early break here, and you've got to really be questioning if Zhang can find a way back into this.
He's playing pretty quickly right now, Mikey.
That's not usually a good sign, is it?
Yeah, no, look, again, credit to Draper now. He's playing pretty solid, not going for too much too soon. He's just focused on the task at hand right now.
Fifteen, 14.
Thank you. 5 games to 3. Yes.
Oh, that is enormous hitting.
That's
Draper.
big time stuff there from Draper.
Draper leads by 2 games to love, third set.
Rips that one away.
Yeah. That was good controlled aggression from Draper. Again, look, accelerating through those shots, but sensing that maybe his opponent isn't moving at 100%. He's still being aggressive, but giving himself big targets and attainable targets. So that was very smartly done there from Draper.
15 left.
And it's not always easy when your opponent is ailing physically. You start to get in your own head a little bit, but Draper has just taken everything in his strides here. Been very impressive from him.
30 left.
Time just running out for Zhang.
Yeah.
Left. Game Draper.
Well, it's another very comfortable service hold for Jack Draper
And by 2 sets to left.
as he keeps his foot on the gas, and Zhang has it all to do. For lobster rolls, there's about 3 or 4 places that do them.
Left. Second serve. Love 15.
Yeah, keeping things solid, keeping things consistent here is Draper. Nice touch. Sort of last chance saloon time, this, isn't it, for Zhang? Just got to try and play with absolute freedom. Serve and volley basically all the time now. That was a slightly half-hearted attempt at the volley.
In a way, Mikey, it's a little bit hard to watch, as you know Zhang's not at 100% right now, but you got to respect that he's staying out there and leaving it all out on the table. But if you're Draper, again, like just playing as solid as he is, not going for too much, trying to make every return possible.
Game Draper.
Well, another one bites the dust.
Draper leads.
And Draper
Third set.
is within touching distance now of a place in round 2. Ah, we have some little fans here today. Well, do download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track scores, and this is a score that's coming in
6-3, 6-love,
as Zhang has now retired. I think, Jesse, that was coming. It's a shame that this match finishes like that, but Zhang really, he's been struggling all through this match with that knee. And Draper, well, they'll shake hands and he'll say thank you very much.
Yeah, look, that's a shame for Zhang. Obviously, don't want to come to a Grand Slam and not be able to finish a match. But again, he looked a little